Welcome back to Morning Live. It's 7:45 here on the program. These are live visuals that we are picking up from Bonteheuwel, and we've just seen a guest that we'd spoken to a little bit earlier. I think she's from the community in Bonteheuwel. She's just been arrested. She had been thrown into the back of this police vehicle, and I think all of this obviously on the back of the protests that are taking place in that area. And you can now see that there's these are the visuals that we were talking about a bit earlier, and you will see this now taking place. This is just a couple of minutes before you came live to us, where this arrest and the scuffle broke out between the police and the residents in Bonteheuwel. Now, just keep in mind that is a female that we had spoken to a little bit earlier. Vanessa will bring us up to speed in just a minute or so. As soon as we get these visuals to you, we'll cross over to Vanessa. She spoke to her. She was a spokesperson for the community in Bonteheuwel, and she's now, of course, been thrown into the back of that car. You can see the water cannons being sprayed onto the protesters there. So there really is scenes of chaos in Cape Town at the moment. This is in Bonteheuwel, and we are monitoring this very, very closely. And this is where you rejoined us on the program, where you saw them coming in. Let me now cross over to Vanessa. She, of course, is there on the scene. Vanessa, please talk to us about what is happening. We've shown the visuals of the water cannons and your guest. In fact, your guest has just been arrested. We saw her being thrown into the back of that police car. What happened?
And yes, shortly before the arrest took place, the police had given the protesters a 1-minute warning, saying that if they did not clear the roadway, of course, behind me, that they would be arrested. And of course, you rightfully saw those visuals of the water cannon. We are walking across Drake's Havel Road at the moment. We know that at least, I've seen at least 2 people being arrested by police, one, of course, being Henrietta Abrams, who spoke to us a short while ago, explaining what this Western Cape total shutdown is all about. And of course, behind me you can see the water cannon as well as police coming in to the Blue Gum Avenue here at Bonteheuwel. Of course, far in the distance you'll see, Leanne, that the protesters that had gathered at this intersection have now been pushed back by police, as well as the water cannon. Also, we've had stun grenades going off to disperse the crowd, of course, having blocked traffic a short while ago, Leanne. And you'll see behind me the residents have all now gathered down this main road of Bonteheuwel after the police had, in no uncertain terms, told protesters they either disperse or action will follow. And of course, we have seen that action as the water cannon started moving in. Stun grenades were let out a short while ago. And of course, you'll see the line of police officers here right next to me, Leanne, as the community have scattered now. But we do know that some community members have hurled rocks and stones at police, of course, still lying in the roadway over here, and some people look as though they're going to work, others quite stunned. And a gentleman that I spoke to earlier on as well, sir, you were telling me that you've had enough
of this brutality of this police that is actually shooting on our people. And there's one police officer, he kicked me, and one police officer hit my hand, and that's why it's sore today. Imagine I'm a 53-year-old man, huh?
A number of people have been arrested, a number of organisers of the Western Cape total shutdown.
Yes, Henrietta was arrested, and a few people was arrested. In actual fact, the end of the day is just because the police started it first. They started it first
So this protest is an illegal protest. There's no permit for this protest action. What do you say to that?
There's not, like they said, it's illegal. We have our protocol, things that we was discussing in the meeting with the leaders of this entity, and this was not illegal. We've got our right in the constitution allow us to do this. The police started it first by provoking our people. The police started really first, and this is not on. Here the people come back and they're gonna do us again. We are not afraid of the police. The police must attack the gangsters, not for us citizens that is living in this society, that in actual fact they are so sick and tired. I must say, like I repeat myself again, my 12-year-old, I have to walk to school to him. I would walk to because the sun today. 7 people in the one weekend has been killed, and the dockets is getting lost there. The police is not doing their job. The end of the day, we have had a protocol based on the last meeting that we had with them. We didn't give us a proper answer based on that.
Of course, Leanne, you can hear at least one resident of Bonteheuwel complaining about police resources, also complaining about the fact that gangsterism is rife in areas such as Bonteheuwel. Of course, we know that similar protest action is happening across various communities across the Cape Flats this morning. I can tell you that at the moment, the roadway has been cleared. Police are keeping a close watch. Vehicles are moving again, Leanne. But as you can see, the community that was scattered a short while ago by the police water cannon are now slowly coming back up Blue Gum Street, and this of course one of the major thoroughfares of Bonteheuwel. Highly upset community members saying that police are in full force when they arrange protest action, but when people and their children are being killed, when children and families are being held hostage and under siege, of course then they struggle to get hold of police to attend to their calls. And of course quite a number of people this morning are having difficulty as they try to make their way to work on various of the main arterial roads in Cape Town. You'll hear sirens behind me, of course, as more police have been deployed to this area. Of course, Bonteheuwel, just one of the sites of protest action this morning. They will bring you live visuals as more police reinforcements make their way to this area. But the situation here at Bonteheuwel at this point in time, and is volatile to say the least, as the community are still gathering on the outskirts here, calling for government entities, calling for NGOs, calling for police, calling really for a change to their lives, and saying that at this point in time poverty is one of the major issues affecting Cape Flats communities, and saying that the working class are struggling to put bread on the table while of course they are being held under siege. And of course we are bringing you these live visuals from Bonteheuwel at the moment. A large number of residents are also coming out again. I do see the number of community members swelling, Leanne, since the time when we got here just after 6 o'clock this morning. Of course, a number of people saying that they are tired of being held hostage, banners saying that we are taking our streets back, and of course police maintaining high visibility as the situation remains volatile here in Bonteheuwel.
All right, Vanessa, thank you again for being there and keeping an eye. Remember that this is live, and we certainly will be crossing out if anything else does happen. And Vanessa keeping a very, very close watch on what has been described as an exceptionally volatile situation in Bonteheuwel. 2 people so far, as we've witnessed, being arrested. Water cannons, stun grenades all being fired at the community there. So you can see that this is a developing story which we are going to be having on our radar very, very closely. All right, we need to move on with